Welcome to Active Stretching for Everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stretch your adductor muscles, the muscles that are located on the inside of your thigh. There are 5 adductor muscles on each thigh, and they form a muscle mass that incorporates the entire inside of the thigh. The adductor muscles bring your legs together as opposed to taking them apart. If you think of adductor as the same as adding, if you take several different numbers, put them together, you get one bigger number. So the same thing happens with the mass of your body. If you take your legs apart, the mass of your body gets less. If you bring your legs together, the mass of your body gets greater. So these are the adductor muscles. On the outside of your thigh, you have the abductors that take your leg away from the center line of your body. So you have 5 muscles here. They're attached to the pelvis and then down your leg, and one muscle, the gracilis, attaches all the way down onto your lower leg. So because of that, we're going to do 2 different stretches. All of them are going to stretch all of the muscles, but the one stretch isn't going to stretch the gracilis very well. Adductor muscles are generally the muscles that are injured if you have a groin pull. If you have a groin pull, it's very painful. So these are stretches that hopefully will prevent a groin pull from happening. And if you have a groin injury, these are the stretches to do to heal from that, to recover from that. You have 5 muscles here. You have you have several short ones here, the pectineus, the adductor brevis, the adductor longus, and then the adductor magnus, which is this big one. This is the gracilis. It attaches here at the pubic bone, and it goes all the way down and attaches to the lower leg. It is the longest of the adductor muscles, and it's also the muscle that's the closest to the center line. If you have a groin pull, that injury generally is to this gracilis muscle because it's the one on the inside. So it's the one that has to go the farthest because of the length of the actual muscle. And as always, this is active stretching. We're going to stretch one leg at a time, one group of muscles at a time. We're not going to stretch both of them. I see people that are stretching and they take their legs out to the side like this and try to stretch them. I see a horrible situation where I see a coach or a trainer with athletes on the floor or on the ground with their legs like this and pushing down on them. That is one of the worst things that you could do to a person. You can give them injuries that will last their entire life. Right in the center of the pubic bone, you have cartilage. And if you push hard enough, stretching those muscles out, you're going to break that cartilage, and it's an incredibly painful injury, and you will have pain the rest of your life. So we're going to stretch one leg at a time. Our stretches will be slow and gentle. The assists will also be gentle because, again, these are very sensitive muscles, and if you stretch them too hard, if you assist them too hard, you're going to injure yourself. So what you want to do is go into the stretch, take your leg as far as it will go using your abductor muscles to take your leg out to the side, and then give a gentle assist with your hand. Or in the case of the second stretch where we're using a rope to assist, you want that stretch to be, that assist, to be very gentle and very comfortable for you. It should never, ever hurt. If it hurts, stop doing it because you're doing something wrong or there's an injury there that you're going to make worse. And as always with active stretching, we're going to exhale, go into the stretch, hold it for only 1.5 seconds, and then return to neutral with an inhale. Both adductor stretches are done lying flat. So I'm going to go onto my back here. You can do this in bed. You could do it on the floor. And the first stretch is a progressive stretch. We're going to do one version of it, then make it a little harder and make it a little harder. So to stretch these muscles on this leg, I'm going to do an exhale, bring my knee up and out, place my hand on my knee for the assist, and inhale back to neutral. Exhale, up and out, give the assist, hold a second and a half, and back to neutral. And then for the next one, I'm going to grab my ankle with that hand and press into my thigh with my lower arm. On the next one, I'm going to grab my ankle with the hand on the other side and press into my knee with the hand on this side. I'm pushing my knee down and away from my chest, pulling my foot up towards my chest. One more. And go to the other side, do the same thing. Exhale, knee up and out, hand on your knee for the assist, hold a second and a half, inhale back to neutral, flat on the floor. Exhale up and out, assist, and inhale down. On the next one, I'm going to grab my ankle with that hand, press into my knee with my lower arm. One more. And then next one, grab my ankle with the hand on the other side, press into my knee with the hand on the same side, and push my knee down and away from my chest, pull my foot up towards my chest. One more. And that's the first of the two adductor stretches. The second stretch, we need a rope. So to do this stretch, put the rope on the arch of your foot. This is the leg we're going to stretch. We're going to stretch the inside of the thigh. So we're going to take both ends of this rope around the inside of the ankle, around the back to the other side, around to the outside again, and grab it with the hand on the same side as the leg I'm stretching. Both legs, both feet are going to be rotated inward because we want to focus the stretch on the inside of the thigh. For this stretch, we're going to take our straight leg out to the side. If I do this, what I'm doing is I'm stretching this a little bit, but not really. I'm stretching more hamstrings because I'm using my quadriceps and my hip flexors to come out here. I want to use my abductors on the outside of my thigh so that the brain tells these adductors to let go so that the abductors on the outside can work properly. So to do that, I'm going to rotate both feet inward and take my leg out to the side, leading with my heel. It should feel stupid and awkward if you're doing it properly. So it's exhale out, hold a second and a half with an assist, and inhale back. And if you're really strong, you can take your arm out like this and get really good leverage, but don't pull too hard. Don't hurt yourself. Inhale to neutral, exhale out. You're leading with your heel, not your toes. One more. And put the rope on your other foot. You're stretching the inside of your thigh, so both ends of the rope go around the inside of your ankle, around the back to the outside. Grab the rope here in your hand on the same side. Rotate both feet inward, and rotating the other foot stabilizes your pelvis so that your muscles on the other side work really harder. So exhale, take your leg out to the side, lead with your heel, and inhale back. Out to the side. Hold a second and a half, inhale in. Should feel stupid and awkward if you're doing it properly. One more. And that's the second adductor stretch. The rope that I'm using here is, I think, nylon. It's 8 feet long. That's the standard length. And you should be able to buy this kind of rope at any good hardware store. This is a woven rope, and depending on where you're buying it, if you're buying it at near the coast, it will probably be called nautical rope. If you're buying it inland, it may be called equestrian rope. The important thing is, make sure that it's very flexible and soft and not the nylon, plasticky nautical rope that's twisted, because you can't put that around your foot. It's going to hurt, and you can't loop it that tightly very nicely. If you don't have a rope, perhaps you have some old wash line if you're still using wash lines, or a jump rope. It could be the belt to a bathrobe. If you're small enough and short enough, you might be able to use an old necktie, but make sure that it's long enough. The other thing is, you might have a yoga strap. If you have a yoga strap, don't just loop it. Don't just put your foot in the loop. It has to go around your ankle, because what that does is it helps to keep that twist in your leg, so that when you go out, the rope is actually pulling your foot around in that position that you want it to be, so that you can always lead with your heel for this particular stretch. So that's the adductor stretches. I hope this is helpful for you. Do click onto the like button if you liked this video, onto the subscribe button if you want to know what other videos I've presented here, and if you click on the bell, that will notify you when the next video is released. So I thank you for watching. Keep watching, look at the other videos if you will, and keep stretching.